All right, so a new AI image model just landed. And let me tell you, people are calling it a massive leap forward. We're talking about Nano Banana Pro. And today, we're going to break down exactly what makes this thing so special, from its absolutely mind-blowing realism to the creative control it gives you, which is, well, it's pretty unprecedented. So, if you've ever played around with an AI image generator, you know the struggle, right? You ask it to write some text, and what do you get? A bunch of garbled, misspelled nonsense. It has been the Achilles heel of this tech for years. So the big question is, has Nano Banana Pro finally cracked the code? And oh boy, is the answer a resounding yes. Just look at this. This image was created with the exact prompt you're seeing. The text, it's perfect. The 3D effect is flawless. Every letter form is totally consistent. This is not some small, incremental update. No, for anyone who does graphic design, this is a total game changer.
You know, based on outputs like that one, it's no surprise the source material we're looking at here doesn't pull any punches. It's flat out calling Nano Banana Pro the most impressive AI image model to date. That's a bold claim. So let's dig in and see if it actually lives up to the hype.
Okay, first up, let's talk fundamentals. We're going to dive right into pure image quality. How does it handle realism? And how does it tackle those really complex scenes that usually make other AI models just, fall apart?
I mean, the level of detail we're seeing here is just staggering. Take a look at this cinematic style shot. You can literally see the individual strands of fur, the lighting, the texture. We are getting dangerously close to the point where telling the difference between an AI image and a real photograph is going to be almost impossible. And this next one, it illustrates the power perfectly. Generating scenes with a bunch of people all in dynamic motion, that is notoriously difficult for AI. But here, wow, it does an incredible job capturing the action of a basketball game. Now, it's not perfect. If you look really closely, the hoop's height seems a little off, right? But the fact that it can handle this level of complexity with only tiny errors, that's a huge step forward.
And it looks like the data backs this up. According to these performance benchmarks, Nano Banana Pro is just smoking its competitors in every single category. We're talking prompt understanding, aesthetic quality, you name it. It's essentially wiping the floor with the competition.
But, we should always be a little critical. The source for this explainer rightly points out that we don't actually know who paid for these tests. So it's possible they're designed to show the model in its absolute best light. The numbers are impressive, for sure, but it's just something to keep in the back of your mind. Okay, let's move on from the benchmarks to what might be the model's most undeniable breakthrough yet.
All right, now we get to the really good stuff. Let's talk about what is arguably this model's biggest breakthrough. Its complete and total mastery over text and graphic design.
Okay, this is just incredible. This entire grid, all 8 of these unique creative logos for words like wobble and splinter, they were all generated in a single go from one prompt. I mean, think about that for a second. This isn't 8 different images stitched together. For a designer, this is like having an entire brainstorming session just happen in seconds. It's a massive accelerator for creating new concepts. And the person who created our source material, who's a graphic designer themselves, basically said this absolutely blows their mind. And you can totally see why, right? The ability to generate a bunch of high-quality, concept-driven ideas in just a few seconds, that's nothing short of a revolution for their workflow. But wait, it goes even deeper than that. The model has some serious real-world knowledge, which allows for true cultural localization. Get this, when it was asked to adapt this ad from London to Berlin, it didn't just change the text to German. No, it replaced the classic double-decker bus with a Berlin-style one and even swapped out the snack in the background for a pretzel. It understands cultural context, not just a list of words. So, okay, the quality is there, the design skills are definitely there. But what about control? Well, this next set of features is all about giving you, the creator, precise command over every single element of the image. And here's where it gets really powerful for creators. You can now upload a super basic sketch, like look at this simple drawing of a chair, give it a reference image for style, and bam, Nano Banana Pro transforms it into multiple fully rendered 3D concepts. For product designers and 3D artists, this is just a massive speed boost. You also get incredible control after the image is generated. Check out this fox. The picture on the left was the original generation. Then, with just a simple command, it was completely relit for a night scene on the right. And notice this, every single element, every rock, every tree branch, it's all identical. The only thing that changed was the light. And that's really just the beginning. This whole suite of tools gives you full creative command. You can relight a scene from day to dusk. You can shift the camera's focus from one subject to another. You can change aspect ratios without stretching or distorting anything. You can even maintain character consistency across a bunch of different scenes, and then upscale your final work to a super crisp 4K resolution. It's the whole package. Yeah, let's talk a little more about that character consistency, because that has been a huge barrier for AI storytelling. The claim here is pretty wild. Nano Banana Pro can apparently maintain the appearance of up to 5 distinct characters across multiple images, even if you change their clothes and put them in different environments. This just blows the door wide open for creating consistent storyboards, comic books, you name it. Okay, this all sounds amazing, but how does it actually translate to the real world? And maybe more importantly, how can you get your hands on it? Let's break down the practical applications right now. One of the most fascinating uses for this is creating what are being called impossible shots. Just think of any moment in history, or even in fiction, that was never photographed. Well, now you can generate it. Like this shot of Steve Jobs presenting the very first iPhone, or a behind-the-scenes still from a classic music video. It's incredible. And the value here really spans across so many different industries. For brands, this means you can mock up products and entire ad campaigns almost instantly. For 3D artists, it's about iterating on complex ideas faster than you ever could before. Filmmakers, they can storyboard entire scenes with perfect character consistency, which saves a ton of time. And even for educators, it's a whole new way to create rich, complex diagrams to explain difficult concepts visually. And the best part, getting access is surprisingly easy. The most straightforward way is just right inside of Gemini. You just open a new chat, make sure you're using the latest model, and then start typing. You can then just talk to it, ask it to make changes, like, hey, relight that scene, or add some text here. It's also being integrated into other platforms too. Pretty soon, you'll be able to generate images and infographics natively right inside Google Slides. Plus, it's available on third-party platforms like Artlist.io, which is cool because they bundle a bunch of different AI tools under one subscription. So, when you pull all this together, you have to ask, what does a tool this powerful actually mean for the future of creativity itself? So yeah, there's no question this is a huge step forward in realism, in control, and in design. But this new power, especially the ability to generate those impossible shots, it leaves us with a really profound question to think about. What happens to our understanding of truth, of history, and of memory when we can create a perfect, photorealistic image of any moment we can think of, whether it was real or just imagined?